Hello YouTube, this is Logic Filter, and today we're examining a counter-argument made by the Christian apologetic Ravi Zacharias. Please note that it is not my intention to attack belief in any god or gods in this video, and that even if Zacharias' counter-argument is false, it has no bearing as to the existence of any god or gods. I'm forced to reconstruct the original argument against the existence of the Christian God, as it is only implied in Zacharias' video. But I must assume that it goes something like this. If God is good, why is there such a thing as evil? The usual Christian apologetic response involves free will, but Mr. Zacharias did not go that route. Let's hear what he says instead.
I said to him, when you say there's such a thing as evil, aren't you assuming there's such a thing as good? He said, yes. I said, when you say there's such a thing as good, you must assume a moral law. He said, all right, I'll grant you that. I said, but when you say there's such a thing as a moral law, you must posit a moral lawgiver. But that's whom you're trying to disprove and not prove. If there's no moral lawgiver, there's no moral law. If there's no moral law, there's no good. If there's no good, there's no evil. What is your question?
This argument is simply asinine. Mr. Zacharias either does not understand logic or is being intentionally deceptive. He is essentially accusing his opposition of assuming the conclusion beforehand. But what he fails to grasp is that that is the whole point. It's called contraposition. If A implies B, then not B implies not A. This is elementary. It's used all the time in logic and mathematics. Let's break it down a little bit more. First, let us examine Mr. Zacharias' assumptions. Number 1 is God exists. Number 2, God dictates a moral law. 3, God is good according to this moral law. And 4, God created man in his own image. The logical conclusion we would draw from this is that man must also be good. Too bad it is contradicted by evidence. In this context, it is fair to ask, why is there such a thing as evil? By contraposition, we get, assuming 1, 2, 3, and 4, and man is not good, implies not 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a contradiction, since the collection of assumptions cannot be both true and not true. This is not to say that all 4 assumptions must be false. It simply means that all 4 cannot be correct at the same time. Each one could individually be correct, but the collection cannot be true. The usual apologetic rhetoric involves fiddling with assumption number 4. Mr. Zacharias' approach simply shows his inability to comprehend logic. In order to disprove something, we can first assume it, then derive a contradiction. Thank you for your time.